Red gram curry dishes. Subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. Ingredients for red gram curry. Spices for red gram curry. Potato nutritional value for 173 grams including skin. Red gram nutritional value for 100 grams. Separate seeds from red gram fruits and boil them. Ingredients for red gram curry dishes. Spices for red gram curry preparation. And curd. Finely chopped onion pieces. Red gram seed coats contain fiber. It is useful for free motions. Red grams contain fiber. What is the use of fiber? Fiber, it is useful for the free movement of the food. Fiber contains cellulose. Cellulose digests only in the presence of cellulase enzyme. Cellulase enzyme digests cellulose. Our body, that means in our digestive system, we are not having cellulase enzyme. That's why fiber will not digest in our digestive system. Food that we have taken from mouth to anus, it travels from mouth to anus. In this process, these intestine, the walls of the intestine, the muscles of this intestine, they are having peristaltic movement. Peristaltic movement means wave-like movement. Muscles contract and relax. In this process, wave-like movement process occurs in this digestive tract or in the intestinal cavity. What is the use of fiber? Fiber is not digested in the intestine. That's why fiber, it gives grip for the food for its movement. This is the fiber, it gives grip for the movement of the food. Intestine, it is having peristaltic movement. That's why muscles contract here and food pass on to the downwards. And next minute, here it relaxes. And in the next stage, it contracts and this food goes downwards. That's why the food travels throughout the intestinal tract. That's why what we know is fiber, it is useful for the free movement of the food. That's why we must take fiber food in our food. For preparing red gram curry, we use potatoes. Potatoes contain high amount of potassium. Tubers, banana, they are also having high amount of potassium. What is the use of potassium ion for our body? Let us see. Here, this is brain and this is the spinal cord. These are the spinal nerves. Spinal nerves are having sensory nerves and motor nerves. These sensory nerves, they receive the impulses and carry those impulses to the spinal cord. Reflexes from the spinal cord reaches to the muscles of the hand by the motor nerves. Let us see one example. If you prick our skin with a needle, then the impulses, they reaches to the sensory nerves and sensory nerves carries those impulses to the spinal cord. In turn, spinal cord reflexes, the impulses are carried to the muscles of the hand through motor nerves. Then we withdraw our hand. This is called reflexes. Nerve. Nerves contain number of neurons. Let us see one neuron. This is one neuron. These neurons connected to each other. Neurons are having nerve cell and axon. Axon is covered with myelin sheath. Nerve impulses, they travel from nerve cells to the axon, and from this nerve cells to another nerve cell, that is neuron. That's why impulses carry from one place to another place. These neurons, they are having plasma membrane, and inside this plasma membrane, cytosol or cytoplasm is there. This is cytoplasm and this is the plasma membrane. Potassium ions are essential for nerve transmission. This nerve transmission, it requires potassium ions. For the nerve transmission, potassium ions are required. Let us see what is sodium potassium pump. Here, this is the plasma membrane and this is the cytosol, that means cytoplasm. Plasma membrane contains two proteins, alpha protein and beta proteins. And on the surface of the plasma membrane, sodium ions are very rich at this place. That means sodium concentration is rich on the surface of the plasma membrane. Cytosol, cytoplasm of the neuron, it contains potassium ions. That means potassium concentration is very high in cytosol. Here sodium concentration is very high and here potassium concentration is very high. 3 sodium ions, they reaches to the outer surface of the membrane and 2 potassium ions enter into the cytosol. 2 potassium sodium ions, 2 are positive, but here 3 sodium ions, they are responsible for positive pole and 2 potassium ions, relatively it is negative. 2 potassium ions are relatively negative when compared to 3 sodium ions, they are positive charge. That's why here electrical gradient is formed. This electrical gradient, it causes for the transmission of the impulse. Here these proteins are in the closed type like this and sodium ions are here. This has to open for the release of sodium ions. For this release, energy is required. Energy comes from ATP molecules. ATP molecules, it is divided by ATPase enzyme, that means hydrolyzed by ATPase enzyme. It hydrolyzes ATP into ADP and phosphorus. Their energy is released. This energy is utilized for the opening of these proteins. That means when the energy is released, proteins are opened. Then 3 sodium ions they goes upwards and 2 potassium ions they come inside into the cytosol. That's why electrical gradient is formed. Positive and negative charges are formed. That's why impulses carry out in this plasma membrane. Lit the stove and put a pan on it. Add 3 spoons of oil and 1 spoon of ghee to it. Add spices to the heated oil. Spices gives food a good taste. Mix them well. Add finely chopped onion pieces and mix them well. Add ginger garlic paste. Mix it. Add chili powder and mix it. Add coriander powder and mix it well. Add turmeric powder. Add garam masala and mix them well. Add cumin seed powder. Add tomato puree and mix them well. Add salt. Close the lid and cook it for 1 minute. Add required amount of water and mix them well. Add 3 spoons of curd or yogurt. And mix them well. Add boiled potato pieces. Add boiled red gram seeds and mix them well. Garnish with coriander leaves and mix it well. Cover the pan with a lid and cook the food in a low flame for 1 minute. Now very tasty and healthy red gram curry is ready to eat. Curry is used for breakfast, lunch and dinner. Read my book, Body and Mind Pollution, Control and Removal. E-book in Amazon.in and paperback in Amazon.us. If you like this video, like it, share it and subscribe my channel. If you subscribe my channel, you can see my videos at first. And don't forget to comment on this video. Thank you.